So we celebrated with the gang on Third Row Tesla podcast around the world. Everyone was celebrating on 420, Elon Musk Day.
Very new holiday.
Yeah.
Kind of taking a holiday away from Oil Death Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, as Elon tweeted here, Teslarati had tweeted out, Tesla community bands together on Elon Musk Day in celebration of his contributions to humanity. And Elon said, thanks, everyone. Still can't believe I was born 69 days after 420. And then Clean Technica tweeted out, when Elon Musk Day trends on 420, oil crashes below zero. And Elon tweeted,
crazy times. Okay, so the oil, they went below $0. What does that mean exactly? What does that mean?
All right, so on 420, the price of a barrel of oil went negative $37 a barrel.
Negative $37?
Mm-hmm.
So if I bought a barrel of oil, I would get negative $37? No, the person
It's
give
confusing.
me-
Okay, so the reason it's confusing is this has never happened in the history of the planet. Okay, this is the first time ever on 420 that the price of oil went negative. Why is that? Because up until then, everyone needed oil all the time.
Okay, but wait. So I would be paid $37
Yes.
to take a barrel of oil.
Yes, and that is because the May futures of West Texas crude were coming due, and that means that you have to take delivery of the oil. And normally you'd be like, great, I will take delivery of that oil because I can sell it. Well, the problem was, in May, where would you put the oil? 89% of the U.S. oil reserves is full. No one's driving cars right now. Businesses are practically at a shutdown, so no one's needing oil right now. So you would have had to have stored that oil and at an expense to yourself.
Because to store oil is actually not free.
It's not trivial. Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's not like water. You can't just like spill it and splash it around because it's like really bad for everything and everyone that it touches.
It's sitting in ships right now waiting to be delivered because nobody has a place to put it.
Because it's not worth anything anymore.
Well, I mean, it's still got a value. I want to be clear here. Oil is still actually got a value. It's trading around, whatever, $25 a barrel. But that is because there's an oversupply right now. Demand is low and supply is high.
So when you're saying May futures, you're saying you're buying the future.
Yeah, so there's a futures
in May.
So there's a futures market for almost everything, right? For pork bellies, for orange futures. That means that you trade on what you think the value of something is going to be in the future. And so there's May futures, June futures, and so forth out. And so when people had been buying May futures back a month or two ago, they probably thought, "Wow, this is cheap. How can oil be this cheap? People are going to need oil," not knowing that the world would be shut down. So they bought it. And then they need to do something with it. And no one else wanted to buy that future off them because now they had to take delivery of the oil.
Which is going to end up costing them money?
Normally you just sell that to a refinery and get it turned into gasoline or get it turned into fuel oil. But if no one's burning it, no one wants it right now.
So it's worthless? It's such a confusing concept.
I know. On 420, oil became worthless for a day.
So I understand with everything that's going on right now that not a lot of people are driving, not a lot of people are flying, and so there's not a lot of this oil that's getting burned. So that's why this happened?
Well, it's complicated, right? It's a geopolitical thing where there's some countries like Russia and Saudi Arabia that are keep wanting to supply the world with oil because that's how they make their money. They don't want to stop. If they stop, basically all their revenue goes away. So they're going to keep pumping out oil in the hopes that we'll keep burning it. But since this is going on in the world, we're not burning it at the same rate.
And so a giant industry across the globe is relying on these countries to do the right thing at the right time. And these are countries that we don't necessarily believe will do the right thing at the right time.
Are you just waking up to the problems with oil? We've always been dependent on other countries to supply oil for how the world works.
So, I mean, like you're talking about like the oil crisis.
Yes.
Like in the 70s where there wasn't enough oil.
Right.
And now we're in the opposite of an oil crisis.
We're in an oil glut.
And so there's no better way to do this, huh?
Oh, sure, there's a better way. We've been talking about the better way for years. It's called get your energy from the sun and wind. Anyway, if you want to share this story with other folks, but you don't want to share the entire episode coming up that's an hour long, we have a Clips channel where you can share this story and many others. They're nice and small and bite-sized, and then they'll be able to digest the idea without having to sit through the entire show.
Thanks so much for watching this Now You Know clip.
Head over to Now You Know channel for full episodes of Tesla Time news and in depth.
And if you want to treat yourself and your family to something amazing, check this out.
Jesse and I have been enjoying Masterclass, where we've been learning all sorts of fun topics from the masters themselves.
Yeah, business leadership skills from Bob Iger. Yeah, that Bob Iger.
Jazz from Herbie Hancock.
Basketball from Steph Curry. Yeah, that Steph Curry.
And so many more.
Click the link down below to support our channel and experience what it's like to learn from the masters at Masterclass.